we fail to live happily, because all the happiness we are chasing is only transient. It's temporary. And that bhajan is pointing to that. For whatever we are running in life, till and until we don't know that peace starts from within us. And when we are peaceful within ourselves, then only we can find peace, we can find happiness all around us. That bhajan is indicating to that. And in the mad rush of today's world, this is where we are left, like the fish swimming in water, but thirsty. That is only an allegory and an example given to us, but it really applies to our life. I've thought about the subject of today, talking about Vasant Panchami, which is a festival within the Sanatan Vedic Hindu Dharma. And for Vasant Panchami, we have the Arya Parva Padhati, which has been written giving us an indication on mantras which are chanted for Yajna on these occasions. And one mantra among them is from the Yajurveda. It says, Om Vasantena Ritona Deva Vasavastre Vrita Stutaha Rathanterena Tejasa Havirendre Vayo Dadho. So Vasant Panchami, Vasant is the spring season. And Vasant Panchami, it's not yet spring season, but it heralds the incoming spring season in about 1.5 months' time. This mantra points to us Vasantena Ritona, so that's spring season. And spring season is referred to here. I'm taking the explanations given by Swami Dayanand Saraswati. जिसमें सुख से रहते हैं उस प्राप्ति के होने योग्य वसंत ऋतु के साथ वर्तमान हुए. So spring is a season which brings happiness to life and where we live happily, because after the winter blues, we go into sunlight, sunshine, temperatures start warming up and bring heightened level of happiness. And then it says, Vasava Stri Vita Stuta. It's talking about the earth and the 8 vasus, the 8 vasus, which are water, fire, earth, air, space, moon, sun, and stars. The vasus are there because they sustain the whole life, the whole creation, and life in the creation. And the word is Deva. It points to us Divya Gunon Se Yukt, that is, be of noble character, noble nature, noble actions. So if we look into why our rishis drew us a pattern of festivals, most of the festivals in Hindu Dharma are linked either to the seasons or to the harvest or to both of them. Like Holi is the spring harvest, and Diwali is the fall harvest. Sankranti marks the apparent movement of the sun from southern to northern hemisphere with increasing daylight hours. So all these enliven life, bring liveliness to life. And coincidentally, we had good sunshine yesterday and today, and it shows if we are quite of an observant nature, just sitting by the window and observe the various tones and shades of light, the reflection of the sunlight on the snow outside, on the trees without the branches. Look at the colors of the sky, the colors of the rooftops, whatever you can see outside your window. And if you are clearly observing that, you'll notice that gradually you'll start feeling yourself in harmony with nature, peaceful, quiet, and everything. So this is why we celebrate seasons, harvest, etc. But the mantra has a very deep meaning also. One is pointing us to Divya Gunu, that is, be of divine qualities, be of virtuous, noble qualities. It's pointing to things like bring light to our life, shine bright in life through noble manasa, vacha, karmana, thoughts, words, and actions. Gun, karma, swabhav, character, deeds, and nature. So this is the beauty of the Vedas. And then the Vedas also doesn't talk only about the spring season. It talks about all the seasons. If we go into that chapter of the Yajurved, which is 21st chapter, we'll see the next mantra is talking about Grishma Ritu, that is summer. And then it goes to Hemant, and then, which is fall, it goes to Shishir, which is winter, like this, taking all the seasons. And in fact, it takes 6 seasons because India has 6. And the whole South Indian, East Asian region has 6 seasons. We know 4. Monsoon is the 5th, the rainy season there. And then there's one pre-winter, which is called Shishir Ritu. Then the beauty of that the eminent Vedic scholars have brought in free mantras in that process, which are there also in Viva Sanskar, where we do Madhuparka Vidhi. The bride gives a bowl of milk, no, it's curd, honey, and ghee. And the mantras are Om Madhuvata Rita Yati Madhu Charanti Sindhava Madhvirna Santoshadhi Madhu Nakta Mutasho Saso Madhu Nakta Muto Madhu Mat Parthiva Raja Madhu Dhyorastu Naha Pita Madhu Manno Vanaspatir Madhu Mam Astu Surya Madhvir Gavo Bhavantu Naha. The word Madhu is coming again and again, pointing to us to be sweet in our words, in our talking, sweet in our way of doing things, etc. And it says, by being sweet, it says Satya Bhashan, always be truthful in our words, and that truth will also filter as truth into our actions. Then when it's talking about Madhu with the word Oshadhi, Madhvirnaha Santoshadhi, Oshadhi, it's pointing to us, use Oshadhi is not only medicinal herbs, but the seasonal fruits and vegetables to our disposition, which the beauty of nature, the bounty of nature, the grace of God has given to us. Making good use of that for good health. And the Madhuparka is given, is an offering by the bride to the groom, representing our perseverance to always stay healthy. And remember, it's not only healthy physically, but healthy mentally and spiritually for good social hygiene. So we see all the seasons are there. And then the other thing that we know, people do Saraswati Puja. But let's look at Saraswati in the Vedas. Various mantras from Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, Atharva Veda all have the word of Saraswati. And Saraswati means one. Vidyan Yukt Vani. That is, when we use words with full logic, full science, and be on the path of truth. Prashasta Vidyan, ingrained with deep science. And you know, science doesn't only point to the physical sciences, as Maharshi Dayanand has given it, Shabda Artha Sambandh, as the definition of Vidyan, that is science. Know the words, know the various meanings that one word can have, and also do the correct correlation or application of the meaning according to the context. I just gave you one example which I gave this morning to Arasmar Markham. We have one word which we know in English, see. But when I say I see, it means vision. But when I say the sea is blue, that means the ocean. It's written different ways, but then pronounced one way, one in the same way. But if I misplace the meaning, when I say I see and I put the meaning to, I refer to the ocean, that is wrong. So Saraswati means correct application of knowledge. And the right application of knowledge will bring us to be really noble in our life in the sense which the Veda guides us. Manur Bhava Devyam Janam. Will be humane, truly human beings in all what we do. And the next step would be Devyam Janam, as the Gita also says, will make our life progressing on the divine path. One common mantra which is also known to many people, Om Pavakana Saraswati Vajebhir Vajinivati Yadyam Vashtu Dhiyavaso. This mantra is from both the Rig Veda and the Sam Veda. I'll take the meaning of the Sam Veda first. It says, by the grace of God, we've got the cycle of rain, cycle of seasons, cycle of fruits, vegetables, etc., as per the seasons. Let's make good use of that. And good use of that for our growth. And then it also says, we need to be very clear as devotees of God by always striving to follow the guidance and the instructions of Ishvara God. And simple way of following the instructions, the guidance of God, is follow the guidance of the inner voice. If we can go deep into the Upanishads, the Vedas, that's good. Else, let's follow the guidance of our inner voice and the knowledge, the life experiences of the elderly and knowledgeable persons around us. So we see Saraswati is no third entity. Saraswati is one of the many names of God, implying God as the source of knowledge. But then, as I often say, if we have knowledge, we can't apply that knowledge. That is only bookish knowledge. It's like the books in the libraries sitting there, serving no purpose. And if I have knowledge like that, if I say that I'm a knowledgeable person, then the library is the most knowledgeable entity in the universe. And nowadays, it's Google. But that's not the case. We need to learn the things, get the knowledge, but more importantly, turn that into wisdom by applying it in our day-to-day life. And then we'll be able to really celebrate Vasant Panchami not for one day, but throughout our life by shining bright through the colors of our personality, and the colors of our personality revealed in our thoughts, our words, our actions, in our character, in our deeds, in our nature. So all the festivals leads us to that. And that's the beauty of how rishis have brought the festivals in our life. So I just hope I've been able to guide you somewhere, and wish you all well, and take the occasion of Vasant Panchami to add light to life, slightly, gradually adding more and more light to our life, and we'll shine all bright, and we'll be the role models to others in society. Thank you for your attention. Dhyan ke liye dhanyavad. Namaste, everybody. Wish you all well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay blessed. Dhanyavad.